before we close out
I think I'm gonna bring some music to the party.
episode, so I want to ask these last two questions,
Sure.
and then we'll close out this episode. This will likely probably end up in a bonus episode, but if you're watching this, hey, it's probably the bonus. So the question I have for you is, I actually want to go back to a question that I skipped in the origin. And it's, did you ever feel like you were living someone else's version of strength? Would you say that you were?
I'm pretty sure I have, and it would have been the strength of not me, but that of but that of source, my creator. I from the earth. I looked at that question, and that's the strength that I came from. I am my own strength. I am a tenacious, resilient, kind of loving person, all in one. But to have gotten through, to be able to have slept, to have been able to not be bitter, to able to not have taken anything out on anyone else, at least not purposely for, was pulling the strength from the very divine thing that gave me breath to this day. Mother, Father, God, Source Creator.
What changed
And probably some ancestors too.
What changed that for you? Like that, like the version of strength, since you said you realized that you were actually living someone else's. Like, what's the shift? Or when did it shift?
It shifted because I'm able to know that I am self-insecure and I can stand into my own strength. My strength will always come from the Creator. But to stand and embody it and to silence the ego into the very essence of the soul that I am. I am very much that soul in the movie. I'm that brother, only I'm a sister in the movie Soul. I have resisted the escalator. I have changed my soul. My soul, what did we call it? My soul. What is we? I didn't have a real understanding. Like, oh, why in the hell did I want to choose what I've been through?
Oh, your soul contract.
Yeah,
the soul contract. Yeah.
So, very essence of changing the dynamic, and that is the alchemy. That is the alchemy that I am, and shifting, and not leaving here before what I believe was divine time was to leave here. I have longevity in body. I honor it. I choose it. I live it. I believe it. And so I have to allow the ego to sit down and let me walk that path.
Well, clearly you
Of
still have work to
longevity.
do because you're still here.
Yeah. Yeah. That right there.
So was there anything else you wanted to add to that question?
No, I will always stand in the strength of it was survival. Now I'm in thrival. So it's thrival. So
thrival mode activated.
yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So the last question I have for you, I pose to you, is what part of yourself were you most afraid to meet? And what happened when you finally did?
The person that I am meeting now.
That's who you were afraid to meet?
The true, yeah, the power, just the gifts I've been given.
Can I pose a follow-up question? Why were you afraid why do you think you were afraid to meet that authentic embodiment, that expression of your?
Well, let me go back. I don't know. Is it afraid? Or is there another word? I think that it had a lot to do with some other, I mean, Lisa really giving a freak of what somebody else thought. So you look at, you know, and somehow when you're in this battle going back and forth trying to be the true essence of yourself, you step out and you step back and it's like, oh, and it's like, well, can I stand in it all the time? Can I stand in it fully every single day? Can I stand in it fully to be this dynamic, kind, gracious, you know, woman of power that you were put on this world to be, unapologetically so. That's the key, to be here unapologetically and to know that it's okay. Also to know that not everybody, and standing now, not everybody is gonna give me. I smiled all the time. People didn't like the fact that I smiled all the time. I literally really had to, I naturally did it, but it was a natural part of what I believe I had to do in the moment. But it's also was the very nature and essence of who I am. You know, very much the optimist, very much those things, and having people know that. I mean, we used to tell my mother all the time, she's so successful. See, I looked at success as being something totally different. And it's surrounded based upon the domestication of the world. Screw all that. I'm undomesticating. I still want the, that, but I don't want it at the level that doesn't honor who I am. And I want to see people rise above, see them. So to step into that and now stepping across both sides, stepping into this warrioress is what I have been born to be and to stand in and to come. But it's not for me, not just for me. It's for those who I come across.
Mm.
So regardless of whatever you go through, you don't have to be what you went through. That's the joy in knowing that you don't have to be what you've been through, and you don't have to be a product of your past, because if you choose to change, you have choice. You're gonna leave some people behind. That's still something that my ego like, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but we moving on with love, with kindness,
Yeah.
love kindness, and it's all good. It's all good. I'll see you again soon, you know? So, yeah, you have a choice to change in the mood, and you have to sit down with yourself and become renewed and anew to live the life that you desire to live. It takes time. It takes methodic. This is the things I tell myself. I still have shadow work to do. We'll talk about that later because I like one of the questions down here. I thought I was going to get through these, pretty fast, but no, I need people to understand the depth, because I didn't get here by chance. I didn't get here because anything was given to me. I barely asked for something. I asked for something. It wasn't what I got, but yesterday I was in a certain mode and I had lost a lot of hours in it, but I realized that my time is valuable. I don't have time for that. All I got to do is get creative and I can just make some moves. But some of my moves that I want to make are what my some might say is not the moves that I'm connected to spirit want to make me move. My path is different. So in order to path or to get where I want is, I have to walk the path that's being created for me. So I have to become the woman that I was destined to be. I have to become the woman that I wasn't sure, or what you want to say, afraid. No, it's more of a fear of being, because there's limited belief saying, will this last? Is there a fear of failure if there's all these things? But we are none of those things. Those are false illusions.
Mm. Oh my God. That's a full statement right there.
Those illusions, being self-critical. That ain't kind. That's illusion, you know. So you want to something that I wanted to talk about, up under a certain dynamic, a term that you well know. But I'm continuing to step more in her and not being afraid to be that light or getting lit. Um in that because I truly just am the nature of who I am, and I've always cared because why should you have to go through I just noticed my other colleagues trying to share that you don't have to make these moves, even in business, you don't have to go through that because I went through it. You might go through something, but you don't have to go through this because I'm telling you how not to, you know, how to rise above it, you know. And I know that my ego self or my controlling self tries to get in the way, um, and it wants to block that because it wants to stay comfortable. So it's like, no, no, where's you good over here, you good over here. And I'm like, nah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because spirit say, I want you to walk this because I got your back. The answer, they got
Mm,
your back. Spirit team got your back. Our people who leave us that I say the answers and then the rise and come. I say to all of those who support me, who have the same loving energy that is connected to me are my supportive people. Ancestors, angels, some of my ancestors, some of them are ministering angels. Right there all the time. And once you go grow, you'll start getting messages because people have come to aware of that. Is you're becoming awakened. You're awakening. So I'm learning that it's okay to step into the true essence of the woman that my creator has already seen me to be. Now I gotta see me as it and to walk those steps. It ain't easy, but they say it will be worth it.
last question here is kind of
Nobody needs
follow.
to suffer. Yeah.
This is kind of follow up with what you're saying here is I think you hit on the fact that the pain point that so many people have around the fear of being their authentic self and kind of meeting themselves in whatever true expression of that is.
Mhm.
How would you how would you express and communicate the impact of for you specifically what happened when you finally did meet that person, meet that part of yourself that you were talking about?
Well, like I said, I am continually stepping into her, with grace, with love, and trying to honor that person. I think it's a wonderful thing because when I'm out and about, I guess I'd say is that you know people. Well, I think they've always come to me, but it's just this whole different thing of somebody when you come into their space, just happy. I mean, just overly joyed to see you, but to hear you.
Mm. Ooh, so different, right?
That yeah, that
Would you say that that's what from your perspective and us leaning into like your life experiences, is that one of the top 3 things that you see people are seeking? Or would you even put it in the top? Like, how would you rank it from your personal life experience?
I think that taking the mask off, all this here. shields and stuff we put on to protect. I have to say the shield. I like I have a certain type of shield, so that I have to put on when I go in and when I go into spaces. So I'm going to just say the mask because everything has to do with the mind and the spiritualness is that everybody is seeking to discover who they really are. And the only way we can do that is that we can't worry about what other people say. People fall off, we can still love them, but more people come in. We want to be heard. And I think being heard is right on the line with if you are heard, then you are seen. And so it is probably the top or at the essence of what people are seeking. And then there's love. Love, my quote in Switch 2 is love is our only solution. It always should have been, it should have never not been a solution. But when we get into running things and controlling things, then we look at we're seeking something that we haven't even given to ourselves. And to know how you love yourself will will permeate on how you allow yourself to be loved by. You just won't be settling to be in some relationship because you don't want to be alone, because you're never alone if you get to know you. It's just like coloring, being in a sense, walking around, being this, and now, more people are doing things from home. But what does it feel like when you're home and no human being is around you? Are you good in your own space? I dance, I play, I do what I can, and then when I go out, I'm just a little bit more height in that. So bubbly. But
Here
without the
comes the
bubbles.
sun. You
Thank
are
you.
you are the sunshine. You really are the sun.
So I can empathize, and I have to catch myself because of work I've done to try to remember the empathization and the compassion. Because I still have to work with that because I have done things to give me, but that whole thing compassion. I had one of the because after my mama, it was something. So I get this book about compassion, then I end up in the compassion tribe, then I end up in the love tribe. So I say, you trying to give me a message? So so to be more compassionate with self is how you can be more compassionate, honor, and love yourself first. We be looking for other people to love us, and nobody can love us because they don't even know how to love themselves. You have to find somebody that's doing their work or can do the work and grow you. You want somebody that can help you grow beyond you, to give you the questions here. I have another friend that's done that who cares and will ask that ain't going to let me get past the BS. And like doing the inner child work, there's a lot of stuff that we do, and we have to take the time to do it. And I'm telling you, the younger you are, anybody who think they old at 30, I just want to, and I don't slap people, but I just want to slap you. And anybody 25, all that, y'all need to let that stuff go. You don't know hardly nothing between 0 and 5 and 5 and 10 their pairs. And then sometime when you get to knowing what doesn't feel good to you, you get the choice to choose to change that for you, to
Yeah.
walk in your very essence. And we know what that is, but we want to step in the world. Like, boys, I need to marry somebody this, I need to do somebody that. I'm like, no, you don't. And no, you won't. Oh, I knew I won't. I'll say that. No, I won't anymore. So so and 30 years, people just getting it from 10 to 20. You just figure stuff out. Then you got people 15 and 14 trying to get in serious relationships, and stuff that people don't want to talk about. Your administrating boys, they got serum. I said serum. So
Well, I mean, some people do bottle it up and sell it.
serum,
Literally, they literally do.
okay? And there's consequences to coming together in that way. I mean, without knowing what it is. There's other dynamic things can be done that I already spoke about in my other stuff, physical stuff. Then do that, then to honor why you figure you have to be in, because the world said I need to be in this, I need to have a boyfriend, I need to have, you don't need to have nothing. I want to say another word. All you need to do is be you, and y'all know, you know what you want and what you want to deal with. There's other ways to. Sometimes people don't even have certain things. It comes from this domestication or family or brothers and sisters. This is just a no. I'm telling you, it is too much. It's too much. Having somebody that truly wants to be in your company, who truly wants to do that without some ulterior motive. And if something naturally happens to happen, but you have to know that there's circumstances for certain, men and women relationships. It just is. There's other circumstances to other ones. Trust me, people can be a little raunchy, a little, too looser. So I'm just saying. What's that expression? What's that expression? No judgment here and no condemnation. I'm just putting it out there real to you.
No, my expression is like, huh?
But not
have
to you. Well,
I
I know,
have
but I'm
more
talking to the
questions.
people out here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I meant to put my ego ring out. Sorry to point. Put my ego ring. I'm talking to y'all out there. Seriously, I would like to dance right now, but
My
I'm
bad. I thought
not.
you were
Well, your
talking.
facial expression did get me, but I was just like, yeah. So, and then between 20 and something else, you're just trying to figure your dynamic. And there's other cultures that actually have babies way, way, way past us, and the women how they do that. But I know America, we're a little different, and you have this certain thing, but you need to sit in what that is and what that looks like, and bringing certain people in. I hope I ain't too far off the question. I don't know what the hell I'm at. So, but I'm just saying,
Wait, just write it out, okay?
when I look at our world today, and one of the one who I just connected with my girl who we spoke about, who is another town where I'm at, and then she's taking on a dream of hers that she had. The fact that she's doing it, how it pan out, you don't know. The fact that she's able to do it because she had her son and this and that. Not talking about that has nothing to do with her in that matter, but we're in a world where, grandmas are kind of watching old children doing that, but there's a whole bunch we don't know what we don't know until we just allow ourselves to naturally be who we are without the world saying it's got to be this way or got to be that way. And then we find ourselves, we find this is now that I understand it's an energy or chaoticness. Most of mine is in my stomach when that, and then when that happens and it's not time yet, I have to say no to me for me. To some people, no, not yet. And I'll be wearing my no glasses here real soon, depending on the topic. And then I'll take them off. Because it's just a no to some things. And there's a patience. Patience is a virtue. It's still an old school adjective. It's still a virtue. Be okay with patience.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's just not the right timing for certain stuff either. So, I've been called all kind of names because I wouldn't, I don't want to go there. So, because I wouldn't give it up. So I don't care.
All right. On that note,
Did I just go there?
you
Well,
went there.
whatever.
Do you want to continue to go there?
Well, I just want to say,
You're there. We're
un,
already there, honey, as my grandmother
in,
would say. We're already there.
un, undo yourself from the world. I mean, the no is for you, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So when I talk about being a true you can tell the essence because there's something that comes. Mine resides in my gut. Some people reside here. Some people reside here where you'll have that. Mine was when I got a car that I needed to wait for. And this whole thing was coming and I went on ahead and did it anyway. There's this naturalness or this intuition or this sixth sense that comes. So it just comes. So, that.